Welcome back to Escape from Mars. We've been driving for 4 days in this empty Martian desert, but we just picked up a signal. So let's go and explore. Alright, what do we have here? Yield mod. Or what? It's suspicious that there is a camera. Scrap. Alright, we know what to do with scrap.
The Mars research expedition was defunded after their terraforming projects on Mars failed. However, they also ran several emergency medical facilities around the planet. Some of them may still be in working order.
Let's quickly move our rover in between these buildings because, ooh, that's nice. Solar panels. Yeah, let's move our rover here because now all of a sudden I'm a little bit suspicious of that incoming flight. Oh, that's the airbase, that's the flight research, and there's an air research facility. Interesting. Air vent. Oh, let's not cheat and look at the inventory. I thought this might have an inventory. Ooh, we got platinum. And some oxygen. So we could make this our base, but I think it's a bit boring. So I prefer to grind it down and do... Can we dig this out? And move it to be our base? Or this one even? Because this one has medical. Alright, so maybe this is the one with a beacon even that we should try to dig out. Don't think we need that. Should we try it? Nurse Jessica. I think that is the logical thing to do. And then we park her at our new home spot. It could be very nice to do that actually. Yeah. Let's first take out this. That's a new gun actually. Not sure what the difference is with the one we have. Extended magazine and red dot sight. Alright, seems good. I think we can ditch some of our old guns then. Should we try and dig this out? Probably, but we first take out the precious things in case things blow up. Ooh, we definitely want that grinder. Because that will give us a higher return rate. That's very strange, the thing that this mod does, because all of a sudden it's the other way around now. We are happy to see... wrong cargo container. We are happy to see poorer grinders. Ooh, they take up a lot of space actually, the medical components. So we can tear that whole thing down. We could take down the... Oh, there's solar panels on top. Right, we should definitely take those. Grind all this down on top. Don't think we'll bring these. Although we could try and leave them attached. Would be a lot of fun. A lot of digging though. And... yeah, the question is if we have enough large steel tubes. Probably not, so we need to do some back and forth driving. Because there's nothing here that we can use, right? So this requires 12 medical components. We just took 20, so we could also buy or build our own med bay. So we don't necessarily have to bring this if it's too much of a hassle. But then driving back and forth 10 times might also not be ideal. I think it's not embedded too deep in the voxel, so we can definitely try to extract this whole thing at the risk of blowing up all the stuff, and then
By my calculations, in 27.6 million years Phobos will be torn apart by gravitational forces, leading to the creation of a ring around Mars.
the steel tubes. I think we have quite a few actually. We could definitely do it. It would be a lot of fun, wouldn't it? So we take out those, we start a lot of digging. Is there anything in here actually? Just ice, right? Ah, large steel tubes. Right, oh, that's like a gift. Cool. I think we will definitely try this. I'll do a bit of digging off stream, and yeah, as soon as we try to extract, then we'll see if it works. Get some more energies and continue our important work. So you can place your bets now if you think that this is going to explode or not. Oh, there's still this thing, of course. I didn't notice. Ah, yeah, of course, the Doom voxel that we still have to take care of. Very nice reminder game, thank you. There's two actually, there's one here as well. Which is more sneakily hidden. Welcome back to Explosion Simulator, where today we're gonna find out if we can convert this into a Rover. The reason why I think that might be a bit tricky is because this kind of conversion is notorious for giving problems because of hidden bits of voxel still in these blocks. So that's why we did a lot of digging. Probably will add that as like a fast forward a bit to the last episode. We added a bunch of wheels, did more digging, and we placed this control panel where it has the option, should have the option, to convert this to a ship. Let's give it an ominous name. Before doing so, we will do a quick inspection if we took all valuable things out. So for instance, we can steal some computers from these things. Because there's a big chance that this will go wrong. So we might take all the bits out that we will definitely not use. Doesn't seem to be a lot left, to be honest. There was a beacon here, we took that out. This we will leave intact. This is a medical room. It's one of the reasons why we tried to do this obnoxious project. Because of the medical components that are in there. And all the other stuff, I guess. So if we grind this down, we get roughly half back, I think. And we are greedy because we want everything. So there's this container. There should be a battery somewhere. I didn't see it yet. Oh, it's there. Right. So I think that's the most precious thing together with the medical bay. Because those are things we cannot construct. In fact, we cannot construct a whole lot of things. Because we are without a refinery. And we are in scrap modes, meaning that will cost a lot of effort to get some actual resources. Let's park this out of the way, so it's free of the kaboom zone. We might actually grind down the hydrogen tank as well, for the same reason. What do we have in our inventory? A lot of scrap, right? So yeah, let's take some precautions. this is a bit of an error. There's a connector with ice, which is also notorious for blowing up. Probably wasted some resources there with that long grind. So we will destroy all the hydrogen that's in here. That's fine. Wonder if this will kill us. I don't know, that's nice actually. We still get all the stuff back. Right. So that was the tricky bit. I wasn't exactly sure how that would go. I'm used to huge boulders rushing out of those connectors, and they essentially destroy everything that you love. Right, we'll ditch those in here, I guess. We have a bit of a lack of space. Our rover is completely filled to the brim. This is getting close to full, so we have to decide a little bit what's precious and what's not. Definitely want those medical components. So let's store it in here. Everything that we carry on ourselves now is not that precious. In fact, let's store everything in here for now, because we might explode as well, of course. I forgot about that part. Right, so moment of truth. Let's do one last inspection for things that can go wrong. But this shouldn't be a problem, right? This boulder thingy. Should we... I don't know. So you can place your bets now, if you think this will explode or not. Should have probably... well, I probably include that in the previous episode. Do you think this will explode? Yes or no? The wheels should have more than enough space, right? I don't think those are going to be the problem. I think there's some sneaky voxel still inside the base. And if that's the case, then we're doomed. That's why they're called Doom Voxels. I don't actually... there was a different name for it, but I forgot. Maybe, yeah, it was something like Doom Voxel? No clue. Alright. So let's go inside, and let's get rid of this bit. Or not. Why is it doing that? Then I guess we'll shoot it off. Alright. No weird pieces of voxel that we can see, at least. I think this is the moment. I'm a bit nervous. Not gonna lie. So if we blow up, we end up at our medical bay all the way, like 20k that direction. So essentially we lose everything that we have on our person. Might have stashed that gun, but well, it's too late now. Let's try it. Should do a countdown probably. 3, 2, 1. We're still alive, but yeah, the clan gods didn't allow us to have this. There is no. Damn it. That is a shame. I was looking forward to driving this home. Alright, so that's unfortunate. This is really more tricky than I thought. Strangely enough, we still have part of it. And there we can see it. That's the bit actually that ruined it. That's the Doom Voxel. Alright, but now it should actually be a free grid, and it's held together by bits and pieces. So we might as well just try and drive it home, perhaps? I don't know if this is really worth it. Probably just put a battery. Probably not. Problem is that we don't really have the capacity to take anything home with just this tiny rover. But there's, let's see, how many, we can actually check how many power cells we have, if we need to risk it or if we can just barely make our own. So here we have not. That's easy counting. And in here we have, it's not the way to enter the rover. Two. No, we should have more than that. It's, I guess I left it at the other spot. So I think the idea to drive this home just for the power cell might be a bit too much effort, so I guess we just grind it down and try to make something new. Alright, that's us loaded up. I think there's no more space in here either, right? Yeah, a little bit, but it's fine. So we go home to our new home, which happens to be a beacon, or GPS, I should say. Should probably GPS this point because we removed the beacon. GPS, and maybe specify what the hell it is, or the med bay, because we kind of ruined this bit. Alright. So I was thinking building a little bit onto the rock there. Maybe make a bit of a garage below, so we can park our truck, make some storage, hide some batteries, in case that we will get attacked. Don't think it will happen, but who knows. And the advantage is that we are near Mickey scrap, so we can convert all of our scrap into some actual components. Not sure how useful that is. Let's switch into the nice view. Always weaponize your things, yeah. Yeah, until now Mickey scrap didn't give us like a lot of useful stuff, but who knows. Anyway, scrap is useless, so this is a nice alternative. So the easy thing would be to build a base at the stash, like a central location, but I also feel like it's a bit boring in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I think it will be more interesting to try and settle here. So ideally I want to dig out a bit of a hole, so we start a bit of a garage. So I guess we do some proper building now, instead of just ruining things. So I was thinking we build critical stuff inside the mountain, like the cargo containers and the batteries, and then at some point we'll create some hanging base with a nice overview of the bits, all the dangerous places we still have to go. So I guess we start digging again, our favorite thing to do. And then this is the spot where we can start attaching our cargo containers. I'm excited that we finally have a place to settle, instead of just caravanning around. Alright. Ah, feels like home. This looks properly nice. Alright. Finally we have a bit of cargo space again. So we'll make use of that. Take all the crap out. And then, this is very important, because if we stash everything in here, it means that the moment this rover blows up, it's not that big of a deal anymore. We can still be sad about it, but it's not life-threatening anymore. So that will be a game changer. Of course we will build a med bay here, which if I just counted correctly, we're one component short of building a med bay. Yeah, we are in bad luck with the odds of bringing the right components. We need, oh no, we need 3 more, right? But we have them, they're just far, far away. Yeah, I definitely think that our new base will be a bit more promising than this lonely pillar. It was a nice suggestion of the game to make some outpost here. But because it's such a nice central point. But we won't use it. We are stubborn, we want our own base. Plus, it's very dangerous. Oh wait, I should probably block that user. The bot. Can we do it? Do I remember the buttons? Hey, I did. Oh wait, I could probably drive a bit closer. But if you look behind this outpost, then you understand why it's very tricky to actually make a base here. Because massive cliff. So yeah, if one day we're a bit drunk, go out to take a leak, then we might never return for adventures. Alright, what's next? Can probably leave the scrap here a bit more, so let's try to build a battery maybe. Can at least also take down this. So we get a bit more solar cells. Alright, we'll bring this back, see if we can finally make our first battery. Will be a milestone. Let's stop for a moment to appreciate this a bit more. This is amazing. I can't get over the fact how well this looks. Nice. That's a proper work of art. I am aware of the fact you can switch off the music, but driving away is also an option. And there we have our doom boulder again. Someday we will lose our rover to that boulder. But not today. Look at our buggy. It's very tempting to build like a large grid rover because of the amount of hit points that they have and stuff like that. But I think we'll try a bit longer with the small grid ones. Just because they have like a higher replaceability value. Easier to build a new one. And it will make the game a bit more challenging, so we'll first try the difficult way. So yeah, I imagine that we have this this garage downstairs, and then we should make some stairs upwards, and then some glass lookout post with guns, obviously. So that will be then on top, close to the GPS, and it should look majestic in the end. But currently, it's just an ugly ditch. But well. It's home. A hobbit home. Cool. Let's see how much crap we can take with us. So finally, we got all things sorted. Next time, we will get the last bits from the dead medbay location, but more importantly, we will plan our first raid, where we try and capture a shipment for some fresh components. So, thank you for joining, Subscribe for more chaos, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.